Hmm. Aha. Okay. So it's the shader pack that's making that turn invisible, as I was told by a few people in the comment section. So if none of your industrial engineering items are showing up for you, it's your shader pack. Hello there. Welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft HardRock. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I have a little bit of a dilemma. I just got back from the dentist. I have to go back in a few days. Talking hurts, and I'm not going to be able to make videos in a few days, so I have to try to get this done fairly quickly, otherwise there'll just be no video this week. So this is going to be a bit short of an episode, and I'm going to try to talk as little as I can, or at least have long breaks between talks. So we're going to be doing a few little adjustments today, or little corrections. First thing I want to check is if I was trying to fill the drill wrong. So I was told to have it in my offhand and then click water, and I just drink the water. What I've been told to do instead is use the bucket and... Nope, gonna have to reread this. Ah, okay, and then throw with Q. There we go. So now the drill has 100 units of water. So I gotta do that 16 times. I don't think I need to hold down so long. Nope, I can do it instantly. Okay. So that gets us water for our drill. Now I gotta go find 16 units worth of lava. That should be full. Nope, one more. Alright, and now I do know there's lava below me somewhere. I haven't really done much in the way of cave exploring. And I also don't have much in the way of armor. So cave exploring is rather dangerous for me right now. So we will be doing that in a little bit. But yep, we can fill the drill with water. We can go get lava, do the same thing. I will probably make a lava farm. I want to keep that on me. Well, the other things pointed out to me was we can absolutely use the primitive glass to make the climate station for FirmaLife. So we make the primitive glass, which is just melted glass in a furnace and cast into an ingot mold. We can then dye it in a barrel, turn it into a white pane, and then we can dye the white pane into a blue pane, and then use the blue pane for our climate control station. Right there. So we still gotta make the stone pump. That's very easy. Means I need to make another bellows, which means I need a little bit more leather. So I'm gonna have to go hunting. And I feel like the more I'm talking, the fatter my mouth is getting. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go take a break already. Nope, got unlucky again. Apparently this does work. Just didn't work for me. I just want to point out one of my favorite aspects of TerraFirmaCraft is the leaves turning pink when they're flowering. And they just look awesome. I have been working underground for a little bit. I've been getting the cellar laid out. So now a little tip about the cellar is, how do I explain this? Okay, so we have the roof is here. You don't technically need those corner blocks. I just have them because that will be the floor upstairs. Likewise, if I break that, that's lost. Likewise, if I place the blocks here, that will make this structure valid when it's fully built and I put the climate control station inside. So you don't need the corners. Again, it's just, this is going to be part of the floor. I'm going to be storing barrels down here, so it just looks better that it's all the same floor texture. I'll use something different for the stairs. So, don't worry about that. Don't need to have blocks underneath that one or like here or there. as long as the inside faces are all the correct block when you put the climate control station down, it will work. And it doesn't need to be a box. You can have a little bit of a funky shape to it and it will work as a correct structure. This is taking a lot more bricks than I had originally planned. This is now 5 or 6 stacks, and I've got a few more stacks in my my forge room. Not crafted, but ready to be crafted. See what I mean? Those are just ready. So 2 more stacks. We can go back and continue working. And I need to make a few new lanterns. There's almost no point in making anything other than the blue steel lantern. Or there is a industrial engineering lantern. Immersive engineering, not industrial engineering. We can make a powered lantern, which takes electricity, which we'd have to provide it by having relays set up and whatnot, but that will light it using RF or FE, and then we can provide power to light up down here, so we don't have to worry about creepers spawning in here. Because that has happened in my previous TerraFirmaCraft playthrough, that creeper spawned inside my cellar. And that is extremely terrifying when you walk down to get a sandwich and there's a creeper in your pantry. So we are hanging over the chasm here, as I was saying I wanted to do. I'm going to make these proper stairs. And then we're going to have a glass, no, I guess a window is the right word, but it's going to be a glass platform you can step out onto and give you a 180 and I don't know, what is that? It's technically 90 down, but you get the idea. You'll be able to look around, although this is not a huge view. I think it'd still be pretty cool. And so I am almost done laying out this structure here. I'm trying to decide, do I want to put the door there so I come down the steps and then come in like that, which will just require that. Oh, but then I can't jump up. Yep, nope, that won't work. Means I'm probably gonna have to put the door over here. Still put it that way so I can have a little more space to get in and out. And then blocks here, obviously remove those. And then that will be our cellar. Oh, and of course I need to put these over here. And then we can start looking at making jarbonets and, oh, I forget all the different names. Let's see. Food shelves. Now, items stored in food shelves get a better spoilage timer than items stored in vessels. If I put the vessel in the cellar, there's no added benefit. Likewise, if you put a barrel with pickled food in it in a cellar, it gets no added benefit. But whereas, let's see, these are pretty fresh. So they say they have 5 months right now. If I put them into the cellar, they'll have something like 7 months. Possibly 8. Actually, possibly 10. I forget exactly how much time they get. But they'll have a better shelf life in the cellar on shelves than they do in vessels. And so we can keep, 1 or 2 items up here for grabbing quickly and then keep the bulk of our stuff down there. Obviously, cheese, if you store it in the cellar, will age. Doesn't really change the cheese. It doesn't give you more nutrition or anything, but I think it does count as a different food group. So the mod that we have, the Spice of Life Carrot Edition, will count as a different food, which will give us more hearts eventually. And then all these barrels we'll just store up here. I do need to go get some scaffolding, which of course requires bamboo, which is going to require us going to a temperate area. But once we have the scaffolding, we can turn it into barrel racks. And what barrel racks allow you to do is we have these sealed barrels here. We can either place them down like we do here, or we can place them on their side by clicking like that. Now, we cannot stack another barrel on top of that one lying down. Won't click. If we had a barrel rack, however, we could stack them. So barrel racks allow you to stack barrels 2, 3, even 4 high. Depends on how much space you have. So getting barrel racks will be nice. I'm sure there are other ways for me to get bamboo. I might be able to get bamboo from one of the sifters, probably. Get from the cloche. We need bamboo to do that. Can I get bamboo seeds? I can get bamboo seeds, and that requires the Nihilo Sieves, which we should be able to make right now. Yep, that's pretty easy. And we would just need to sieve dirt. 1% chance. So we need about 100 dirt to do that. That also gives us rubber saplings, which are the only saplings that can be farmed, which is good. So I might go and set that up shortly. Let's see. We've got string mesh. That's easy. We've got flint mesh. Also easy. Iron mesh. Not too bad. Diamond mesh. I have no clue how we're going to make since I don't know how to get molten diamonds. I think we need the diamond grit. So I don't think you can turn... Okay, if I melt down emerald ore, any emerald ore from TerraFirmaCraft, it gives me a little bit of emerald and a little bit of diamond. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, I can melt down kimberlite and get quartz and diamond. And if you remember where we saw... when we were down here collecting redstone, we saw that big chasm underneath, which I said, nope, 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 and right away from. There's kimberlite down there. Yeah, it was you glowing because of the resource pack I have on, the ores glow, so I could see the kimberlite. So maybe we should look at getting ourselves some armor, clearing out down there a bit, and then we can mine the kimberlite. Although we don't have silk touch, so we'll just end up getting the stones instead of the, the kimberlite rocks instead of the kimberlite blocks. Anyway, yeah, okay, so maybe I'll make this a priority for right now. Get a few of these sifts up and sift some dirt. We've got plenty of it. Get some bamboo seeds, grow some bamboo, since I should be able to just plant that on the ground. Alright, sounds like a plan. There we go. That's 6 leather. We can now use 3 of those leather to make a new bellows. 3 of those. 6 of those. That's a new bellows for us. And we do these 4-corner style. That becomes a vent. And then if we put this vent on the ground, we can click the bellows onto it and it will become the pump. Nice. Okay, so that's the pump we need for the climate station. We can make the craft table easy. I've got a brass mechanism. We can get those easy. I need to make the glass panes. We need to make white dye and blue dye. So we'll do that in a bit. Run over to this table. We have 9 sieves pre-made. Well, the recipe's pre-done. They do stack, and if I remember correctly, you can multi-sieve with these sieves. And what that is to say is if you place them in a formation where they're all touching, once you put your straining meshes on them, or your meshes on them, you click on one and it will put one item in all of them and cycle through all of them at the same time. So I pre-made a bunch of meshes. Not quite enough. We'll make the last 3 right here. Then we do that to give us 9 string meshes. Why is speaking so difficult? And then do that. That gives us 9 flint meshes. Then we just right click these onto each of them. Good. And if we grab a little bit of dirt, we should now be able to strain 9 pieces of dirt at once. Yes. So you right click them in, then you could just hold right click and it will cycle through and it'll auto refill. Of course, once you've used up everything in that stack, you gotta switch hands again. And there we go. We've got a bunch of everything. We'll have to come back to pick up the rest of this. But let's see. We've got sugarcane seeds, wheat seeds, pointed dripstone, carrot seeds, bones, silkworms, pumpkin seeds, jute seeds, industrial hemp seeds. That's nice. Beet seeds. I have many of these already, but I definitely don't have the sugarcane seeds. And did we get any of the bamboo seeds? Potato seeds. Melon seeds. Plenty of worms. No bamboo. Okay, well, I'll be doing this some more to hopefully get bamboo in the near future. But there we go. It's a pretty cheap recipe, so if you're having a hard time finding seeds to start your farms, make these. And each different tier of mesh, I believe, increases the drop rate. So, where's the best way to look at this? Let's look at the bamboo seeds. Bamboo seeds are 1% chance on string, 1% on flint, 1% on iron. Okay, so bamboo is a bad example. What is something else I could use? Rubber? Yep, okay. Rubber has a 0.5% chance on string, a 0.5% chance and a 1% chance on flint, a 2% chance, 1% chance, and 0.5% chance on iron, and I imagine that continues for the rest of these. Okay, increases to 5% with diamond. So the higher tier mesh you use, the more likely you are to get the item you're looking for. It's next morning, and I'm feeling much better right now. So let's get back to work. So we are going to be making some dyes. First off, you need to use the pot. And you can't put the... Can you put the pot on the stove? I guess you could. Because what we're doing is we're going to be putting this bone meal in here to make white dye. And put the white dye in there. You should only need one. Yeah. One white dye plus 1 bucket of water. Boil it, it becomes white dye liquid. And if you have a vat, you can do up to 10 buckets at a time. We're a little ways away from a vat, although vats aren't that bad. You need stainless steel and beeswax. And vats you can put over an oven, and that makes doing stuff like canning much easier. Which, since we're almost done with our cellar, we can look to doing in the near future. Alright, so we've got some sticks in there, we've got our white dye, so let's start boiling that. And while that's going on, I've got some purple hyacinth here. We want to grind that down. That should give us our blue dye. Yes. Once that's done boiling, once it starts boiling, once it's done, we have 2 barrels pre-made down here. Our first one, which already has a primitive glass in it, so once the dye goes in, we just seal it and leave it like we would most other barrel recipes. When you start the blue dye, takes 1 in-game hour, so it's very quick going from when you're dyeing stuff. It's very quick. All right, that's the white dye done. Put it in there, seal it. Now it's turning into white glass. So while that's going, let's refill that. Throw 1 of those in. Go grab a few more sticks so that doesn't burn out on me. And the white glass is almost already done. So like I said, it's really quick. It takes it takes 1 minute of real time. And of course, we're just going to keep the white dye because there are other things we can use it for. We could dye our terracotta. So if we wanted different colored terracotta, we, bake it down. We'd have to bleach it first, which would require me making lye, yeah. Oh, okay. This must have been fixed. When I made my patch for the McCrawl's mod, there was no way to turn terracotta into white terracotta. It's a recipe by McCrawl's. You could turn other colored terracotta into white terracotta, but now there's a recipe to turn terracotta into white using white dye. So that was not present in the past. Anyway, That's going to turn those 4 into... I didn't need to do 4. I need 2. All right, turn those 2 into blue stained glass, and then we can make our control station and finally finish the cellar. And my first sifting, this is the last clip, bamboo seeds. So there we go. It only took us about 120 or so dirt to get the bamboo seeds, which isn't too far off from the 1%. Oh, and there's a rubber tree sapling. Nice. And there we go. That's our climate control station. We will need to make a second one when we make a greenhouse. But for now, I just need one for the cellar. We run down here. So currently, it's not complete. If we put it down... Now, granted, I am using a resource pack. So if I turn off the resource pack for a moment... This is what it will look like for most of you. And so if I then put these in place, click it, and now it looks like there's water. And that's how you know that this is a valid structure. And if I look at this, it doesn't say anything. But if I placed a... Oh, well, there you go. Found a cellar, 150 blocks. That's how many internal blocks there are. If I make a food shelf now, one detour to get some lumber later. We're going to grab our crafting table just so I can do this. If we make ourselves some boards, or well, planks, and put some lumber in there, we make a rosewood shelf. We can now put this in here. You see it says invalid cellar. Click that again, it updates it. So whenever you make a new shelf and you put it in or jarbin it, you're just going to have to click the climate control station and it should update. Sometimes it'll update automatically. If it doesn't, that's how you fix it. Now let's go grab, and everything looks so weird with my shaders off. Let's grab this. We have 4 months and 29 days left in this barley in the large vessel. Outside the vessel, it has 2 months and 14 days. In our valid cellar, it has 6 months and 7 days. The cellar is better for storing your food than even a large vessel. Now, each shelf can only hold 1 food item at a time. So you cannot mix and match. You cannot stick, say, carrots and potatoes in one. It's either all carrots or all potatoes. Let's grab the rye. And let's grab the cabbage. The cabbage is going to go, so might as well help it last a bit longer. I usually try to arrange everything so it's in groups. So like grain will be over here and fruit will be over there and that sort of thing. This, now that it's cellar, there it goes. Currently aging. Age is fresh. Once it reaches the next age, it will be slightly different. We can cut it, and like I said, I think it counts as a different food item for the Spice of Life mod, which gives us extra hearts. Now that I've shown you this, I'm going to go back to my actual resource pack because I like the look a bit better. So I didn't try this on just dirt. I tilled the soil. First off, that's vanilla dirt, not TerraFirmaCraft dirt. So remember I showed you how to get dirt before. If you get some of the coarse dirt, you can place it, it'll fall, turn into vanilla dirt. There are other ways, using one of the composters also. Place that down. I tilled it into vanilla farmland and then planted bamboo seeds on it, because you cannot plant the bamboo seeds onto TerraFirmaCraft, dirt, or farmland. So I did vanilla farmland. And now we've got a bamboo shoot growing. So that's how you grow bamboo. I could also use the garden cloche, but we're a bit of a way from being able to make this thing. But this would also work. And then we can get our shoots, and these we can plant onto regular TerraFirmaCraft dirt. So you need vanilla farmland to plant the bamboo seeds, but once you have the bamboo seeds, you can use TerraFirmaCraft soil to grow the bamboo shoots. I said we were going to take care of setting up the create stuff today, and I've kind of neglected that. So while I'm still feeling good, let's get this done. I can't find the motor. There it is. Capacitor on the bottom. These there. Surround them with the brass sheets. And andesite on top. There we go. In a moment, these will start to move. And then we have the motor. There we go. And then I've been prepping a few items backed by the house, and I've been expanding the bamboo also. So to make the encased chain drives, you do andesite alloy on a stripped log, and then you do a shaft onto that. That makes it the encased chain drive, and this is what we're going to be using to carry the power along most of the floor to all of our different modules. Then we need 2 small gears for these to turn into chain drives. Pick those up. What we're going to do now is we're going to have the motor. It's going to be placed roughly, well, not right there. I need to give it a little more space than that. Can I place it like that? Yes, I think so. I have to see. So we're going to run the electricity hopefully down and into this without much issue. I should really move that lower, shouldn't I? Third time's the charm. And now it's backwards. There we go. We're going to run our chain drives like... Not like that. That's wrong. Like this. Because now we can shift the chain drives wherever we need to in order to provide power. So now we have this. We can pull the power off here. That will be replaced with a clutch. What we could then do is place, make one of these a vertical. So that's there. We want that to be rotated. I can't move around with these in my inventory. We need one like that. Tell us, no, that doesn't work. I know what I want to do. Okay, I need to make one more gearbox, and we'll put it there, and that one there will be the vertical, the one I made a moment ago. We have those two like that, and now we can pick these up. We put them there, and now because of the because of the gearboxes, they will spin in opposite directions. Which means when you toss the item in, it will crush them down. So I need to make one more gearbox and turn it into a vertical. And that should be pretty quick. I want that, turn that into a plank. Hammer in the offhand, turn that into a slab, like that. Now if we pick up that shaft there and put that there, that will give it power, and that will set up our crushing wheels. Which means if we get up here, and this is not the way I'm going to be going back and forth. It's entirely temporary. And grab that. I did not bring it with me. Okay, so let's break this for a moment. Caught it. Break that. And we're going to put it right... I think I need to put it right here for now. Can it go on the side? Yes, it can. Ouch. Okay, well, so we can't run it exactly like that. As you see, it interferes with the structure. If I put it over there, it should work. And we lost it. Oh, that's probably not going to work either. No. All right, well, I can't demonstrate that right now. But what we are going to do is there are these connectors. I made them last time. What we can do is if you have one here and one there, they will carry the power through. So we can stick our windmill where we want it to be, say up there. We can run the power from one of these connectors. Sorry, these are relays. From the connector attached to the windmill generator, the dynamo, run it down, say, into the ceiling to connectors, relays, run a relay over to the wall to another relay, and then on the other side, have that connect to that connector, which will provide power to the whole system. But I think that's going to be it for today, even though the screen is literally telling you it's the next day. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Later.